Welcome back to Dracon's Plays, the Monster Hunter World Beta. Now, things might seem and sound a little bit different, and that's because for this one I'm doing post-commentary, because my actual regular commentary, sorry I just bumped my mic, was unfortunately lost due to some stupid settings with my computer. So anyways, for this one, it's all going to be post-commentary. I'm going to talk over the video, which I am watching in real time. Now, to start with, before I started this particular recording session, I went and I looked up a bunch more information on the weapons so that I could find a couple that I was a lot more comfortable with using, because the charge blade, which I was using primarily in the first beta, is very technical and not great for beginners. So I started looking at other weapons. Now, I settled on two that I messed around with a little bit. One of them took off and really spoke to me. Now, let's see. I want to turn up the audio on my playback. It was pretty quiet on my end. But anyways, the first one, and the one I really fell in love with when I was playing the second beta, was the Switch Axe. Now, the Switch Axe has two modes. The first of which, of course, is the Axe mode. There I go.
Has two forms, axe and sword.
Thank you, person.
Power up the sword attacks by injecting them with file energy.
Anyways, so the Axe form is fairly decently speed. Regular attacks, you get mostly overheads. It's really not regular or heavy, but like your regular and alternate attacks. The alternate, you get nice wide sweeps. You're able to transform into sword mode, which is very, well, not very high damage, but much higher than the axe form. Now, the little bar that's kind of shaped like the axe towards the top left, that little bar represents the charge for the sword. Now, in axe form, you build up power for the sword mode, and then it depletes, as you can see right now, when you're in sword mode. And then you swing on with the axe, and you can watch it charge. Pretty cool. It really forces you to switch it up and change all of that. And right here, I'm just messing with different combos, trying things out. Both the axe and sword share very similar movesets, just sword, lower movement speed, higher damage, and I think it swings faster. But, yeah, just messing with various combos. So right now you can see the, it's gone now, but the little axe symbol was flashing, which indicates that the file energy was full. Alright, I can see a bar around the outside. Right there's the overcharge or elemental discharge that I started doing. So that one is, as you can see, triangle plus circle at the same time. But then, which I'm going to do here, you have to mash triangle for elemental discharge. So you get this really awesome finisher. Now, if you have the file energy, which was the little flash, like red flashing around the outside of it there, if you have that flashing and you do the elemental overcharge, it actually sticks it, and I think it's actually charged up for one of those right now, but it actually sticks it into the, like, monster, and you ride it for a little bit, which is awesome. Right there. Yeah, I should... Huh. Yeah, I think that was like the big one, sticking in a monster. You actually get to ride on them a little bit, so that way they can't get away, and I think it does more damage. One little thing with the Switch Axe, though, which you can also see in the top left, the durability bar, the little sword icon with the green bar, that's its durability. Switch Axe, unfortunately, goes through that fairly quick, so that's the sliding air sweep thing. It's not great compared to some of the other weapons slide attacks. from what I've seen. But no, having watched, like, yeah, and there I go sharpening. I'm probably talking about durability in the live comm, which is gone, as I mentioned before. But yeah, switch hack, just in general, I felt much better playing it this time around, using weapons that I actually understood. Now, at this point, I switch over to the second weapon that I looked into, which is the longsword. In the demo, you have the wyvern blade for your longsword. Now,
the longsword is a close-range weapon designed for cutting attacks.
Let her speak.
You can gather your spirit to increase its power.
Now, the basic idea with the longsword, so your regular attacks are these nice overheads. Your different attack is stabs. Unfortunately, it's like the same thing. The main thing with the longsword, though, is you have that red meter in the top left. As you hit things, that fills up. Once it fills up, you're able to spend the bar by hitting R2. You swing that a bunch of times. If all of the R2s connect, 1, 2, 3, and then spirit round slash 4, it levels up, which is indicated by the color on the outside of that little sword icon. So it goes, what is it? White, orange, red, I believe. And each one of those gives you a power boost. I think it's 10, 20, and 30%, I believe. So significant boost of power. So there we go. We got in red mode. So outside of that, it's a very simple weapon to use. You always have just these really, really good overheads. Fade slash is one of the other cool things. So you actually slash and then step back. Pretty awesome. Now, it has a better version, which I mess around with at some point pretty soon here. I think I'm trying to get it right now. But it has another thing very similar to the Fade Slash. Okay, the control is actually there on the left. I didn't notice when I was playing, I guess. But it's the Foresight Slash, which is pretty much the Fade Slash, except if you time it so you're dodging an enemy attack with it, you get this cool counter that auto-fills the red spirit bar up there. So that's really, really awesome. Now, with the longsword, you constantly have to keep up on it. I'm trying to find the controls right now. Never mind, it was on screen there, but stupid past me. So I'm just going through menus, so I'm just going to keep talking. But anyways, yeah, so every so often you have to refresh it because it will fade down, and then you'll start losing attack power. So it's actually pretty simple. When I initially looked at it in the regular, or not regular, but the first beta, it talked a lot about, like, combos and keeping your combo up. I thought they meant, like, fighting game style combos, where it's like triangle, circle, circle, that sort of thing. And you had to keep doing that sort of combat, which I don't really like combo-based. I tend to end up just mashing it out, because I don't like learning the combos. It feels kind of forced. I like the more natural comboing, which you get here, just by pressing the buttons. What it actually meant by combo is like the just keep hitting the enemy kind. So, just continuous hits. Very, very different. I wish I had realized that when I initially looked at it. It would have made, it probably would have made me end up using this thing because the speed's pretty decent. But definitely a cool weapon. Now, I would have used it more in the beta. I think I only used it on one monster? Yeah, I only used it on the one. But I only used it on one monster because they gave you a fire damage based one. And unfortunately, it seems like quite a few of the monsters in the beta are fire resistant. What is it? Argonath and Rathalos definitely are. Not sure about the other ones, but those two, they breathe fire. They're obviously fire resistant. And yeah, when I looked stuff up afterwards, that was definitely confirmed, so I made the right choice there. I'm trying not to get too far ahead and talk about stuff that hasn't happened yet. I'm really not used to this post-com thing. I'm really used to the live com, so this feels weird. And I'm still, like, gesturing and moving around as I'm talking. Never mind, I'm not on camera. Just given this post-com, actual real-time reactions and stuff isn't nearly as important. Although, having started recording this and realizing that I like gesturing, well, I already knew that, but remembering that I like gesturing, probably should have just gone with regular setup or something. Oh, I'm also not used to the mic setup I have, because I'm just sitting at my regular computer using a mic on my headset instead of the mic on my webcam, which I normally use. So I just messed around with, I bumped it again because, Okay, sitting on hands for a little bit here. Because apparently I can't trust my own hands, that's fine. Alright, so I'm finally done messing around with the weapons. And now, we're actually going to go ahead and hunt some monsters. So, like last time, it'll all be single player. Because currently I don't have anyone that I can play this game with. And it doesn't support local multiplayer anyways, as far as I know. So, single player it is. Now, to help familiarize myself with the weapons, I'm going to go through all of the hunts again. I guess because of the new beta session or something, you lost the character progress, so I had to repick my characters and re-put in everything. And I do remember when I was typing in the name, I once again was commenting how much I love the PS4's little keyboard thing with the gyro. Very nice. Then I pick out the Palico again. Yeah, I'm really... I'm definitely at this point thinking about picking up a Monster Hunter game at some point. It'll probably be World. Might not be on release, might be a month or two out or something. But I do think I will be picking up this game because I did have a lot of fun with it. Much more so in the second one where I actually understood the weapons I was using. And now here is where we're going to hunt the Great Jagras again to help familiarize myself with the switch axe and the long sword. Just so that way I'm not jumping in against the Agroth, or however you say it. Apparently he's brand new, but anyways, he's the expert mission. We will be getting to that. Trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. I think I'm talking about this stuff right now, except because I didn't have to go through character creation. I'm ahead of past me. So, we'll wait a second here for him to catch up. Any second now past me. Come on. Oh boy. There he goes. Feels really weird talking about previous me like that. Anyway, so here, we're going to go over to the switch axe, because I really, really like the moveset on that. Now, the one in the beta comes with a power file. Ones in the full version will come with different ones. Anyways, let's talk charms. So, defense boost, attack boost, both pretty decent. Evade window's awesome. I like that sort of thing where you get better evades, especially when you're not familiar with something. That's really helpful. And then water attack up, fire defense. Yeah, so I went with the evade window boost because that will make a huge difference where I'm not familiar with any of this. Next up we have the mantles, which I never actually used. So these are, I don't know if it's consumable. Yeah, it's consumable and a recharge. There we go. Once again, I didn't actually use these, so I'm not too familiar with it. But this one hides you from enemy view, increases jump airtime, and the power to ride on strong winds. Apparently that one's awesome. Prompts monsters to target you more often, so that's an aggro thing. Eliminates damage reactions, prevents wind effects, protects your hearing, grants tremor resistance. So that thing essentially is hyper armor and poise. Reduces water damage, mainly there. And movement restrictions in water. I guess I didn't read that the first time. That's actually super, super helpful. So that thing's mainly a multiplayer thing. The health booster, which there's only the one in the beta, so I really think a lot of this stuff will just work much better in the actual full game, because you'll actually be making it all yourself from monster parts, so it'll feel a lot more natural. Here I'm mainly looking at the skill effect, because it doesn't seem like the actual defenses do as much. So I picked an attack up one there. I think I'd keep the attack up here. I think. Yes. Let's see. I think it's recovery speed. So that makes you consume health items faster, which that's an awesome ability. Recovery up. I think I go with recovery speed again. I had a little internal... No, I went with attack, really. Oh, this one's the other recovery speed, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so I have a decent mix of recovery speed and attack boost there. So I have level 2, which isn't probably showing up, but triples the speed of consuming health items. Triples! That is really, really good. Not that the animations take long to begin with, but tripling the speed of something? That. Oh, okay. I'm messing around here, I guess. There we go. So level 3 attack boost, level 2 recovery speed, and level 1 evade window. That's the type of ones I'll probably end up going towards in the full version of the game, when I get around to playing it. Not to mention, I don't think it'll be quite as... Like, they definitely went menu heavy in the beta setup. I don't think it'll be quite like this in the main game. Now, let's see. Beloved's starter weapon for the Palico crowd doubles as a handy trowel for use in the garden. Don't know what good that... I don't know what that thing with the garden is. Don't know exactly what that means. A weapon made from Gareth parts. So a lot of damage. The other one's poison, which I chose the first time around. I went for the big damage this time. And now he has his sets. I bumped the mic again. Sorry. As far as I was able to tell, the Feline Ninja set seems better in every way except for water resist. So I think I just ended up going... Oh, yeah, that's right. It's only... Oh, it's head and chest. He doesn't have leggings. So I think I just ended up going with that across the board. Makes him super weak against water, but... So I kept the health recovery for me here. Because where I'm not familiar with the game, that's very useful. Once I get more familiar with it, once the full version's out, I'll probably end up going with different stuff for the Pelico. When I don't need the crutch anymore. And there we go. Ooh. Sorry about that. Alright. Loading. Come on. I actually need something to talk about here. I can fake it for a hot second, but... Alright. So one of the things that I found out is you have these meals which actually boost your stats and stuff. And it's, at least in the beta, there's no reason not to go with Chef's Choice. And it has this really, really intense animation. Totally skippable. I do that for future ones, but for the first one is sit through the animation. But just look at him go ham eating that stuff. Absolutely insane. Whoa there, Shadow. Then I check out the Palico. No. Definitely want to keep him with me. Because even though it didn't seem like he was doing much in most of the fights, something is better than nothing. Now, I don't know if the little palico actually ends up counting against you, like if the bosses get a bonus resist thing. That I'm not sure. I do know that just being multiplayer does give the boss a health and defense boost, which I think ends up adding up to like 2.5 times. Like you have to hit them 2.5 times more often or whatever. It ends up being like the combined boost.
Go get a closer look.
So at this point, I'm trying to just go to where we found the Jagrith every single time that I fought him. Well, I only fought him once in the original one, but I have watched some other people play it. Like I've said, I looked up how weapons work and all that.
Great.
But everyone else I watch found him right down there. That's where I found him. Not there in the second beta for some reason. Never mind, it didn't actually update, it just became active again. It's 100% the same client. No updates or anything. So, it should perform identically, but there's something else that I was definitely missing with how that works. I don't know why they randomly locked onto the monster there, because it went from, like, I'm picking a plant thing to, oh, there he is! And I don't know if that's just because I've hunted him before or what. Oh. I don't know why I'm checking the footprints. I already have him on track. And none of this carries even between hunts, so. So, yeah, there they are. I had lost the scout flies for a second there. I'm like, where'd he go? And there I go after the footprints again. Yeah. I'm still not 100% sure how some of these systems work, which is one thing the beta was totally not designed for new players. It was definitely designed around returning players. Essentially showing them like, hey, it's still the Monster Hunter you know and love. We just updated the graphics and a few other things, but it's still the game you guys love. That seems to be what the target audience for this was. Not so much new players, because there are no, like, good tutorials in this thing. They definitely went insane with the, button tutorials, though. Those are all over the place. Alright, and here we go with the Jagrith. Alright. Oh, I actually meant to transform the... There I go. I meant to transform into sword mode since it's already charged up. Already knocked him down. So already, at this point, I'm feeling a heck of a lot better about the switch axe compared to, like, the charge blade. It definitely helps that I know how he works now. But knowing how my weapon works makes a huge difference. And honestly, having fought this guy a couple times now, he's a joke. Like, big joke. I also don't think you can cut off any parts of him. Ow. He also does crap all damage. So yeah, there I go. So that's the riding one when it's all charged up and flashing. And you get this really cool, like, sliding animation where you stick the sword in the ground so you don't go too far away. Very, very well animated. Apparently that's something brand new to World. Wow. Alright, and this is one thing I'm not the biggest fan of. For some reason, the monsters in this game run away at random. I think it's supposed to be like they're getting low on health and they're trying to escape so they can survive. But it's just kind of annoying, at least to me right now anyways. It kind of artificially draws the fight out. It does lead to some cool moments where you end up with a brand new arena, but sometimes they really, really turn tail and run. Like here, the Jagroth got pretty good distance. There he is.
You can use jump attacks to mount monsters.
But their tutorial pacing's not great. And here, another monster just got in on the fray. And I think he's already dead. And dead. I think that was also my weapon breaking its first level or whatever. But Jagroth is really, really nothing once you actually have some hang of the controls. So that's an Aptonoth? Aptonoth? I think. And yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely... Oh, he's gone. One of the things I'm going to have to get used to is the naming. It all seems to be, like, dinosaur-based, for the most part. Honestly, dinosaurs are not one of the things I ever got super into. And that's an awesome shot there. That looks really, really good. Hopefully this is all synced right, so that actually makes sense. But anyways, and here's the stupid pre-order thing again. Is that Diablos, who I didn't fight? I don't know. Oh, whoops. Spoilers, I guess. But yeah, I didn't fight Diablos. Just because it's like, I barely managed, like, Ethan Arthanoff, however the heck you say the expert mission one. I'll try to see once I actually get the name again. But anyways, so next up, we're going to challenge Bareth again. I think I stick with the switch axe on this one, too. So, Bareth, as far as I know, would have been a good choice to switch over to the longsword. Just because I don't think he's fire resistant. Hopefully my mic doesn't pick that up. I just turned on a little space heater. It's kind of cold in my room. Anyways, gotta love those New England winters. Have to talk about something while it's loading. And I don't know exactly how this will work in the full version. I think there's like a hub thing, and then you warp to these maps. And, like, that's how it works. Because there didn't seem to be any artificial gating, as far as I could tell. I don't think it's like full open world or anything. So, once again, why wouldn't you choose the chef's choice? And look at that. Health, stamina, attack, and defense up.
Oh, and one more thing. You're being timed.
Yeah.
Your wildlife... If you ever get lost, consult your map. Good luck. Your wildlife map keeps track of where you are and where the scout flies are taking you. You can also use it to keep tabs on monsters.
Her voice is not synced with that little face at all. It's just sitting there going, mom, 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 mom. I don't know how well that's going to carry over in audio form, since I'm not a, I don't have a face cam, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright. Here we go. So one of the things with the beta anyways is it's like... Oh, and I just randomly ran into him here. I got super lucky. But one of the things I hope is the tracking systems and all that are better tutorialized in the full version. So that way I actually understand how they work. I also, near the beginning of this fight, really, really suck at dodging his head bash thing. So here we go with the awesome sword mode again, and he's putting his gunk everywhere. Haha, I actually dodged your stupid head bash, but not that time. Of course, I have Commentator's Curse, even when I'm in post. Even in post. It's awesome. And whap, whap. Oh, missed. Broke a couple of parts, that's always good. Alright. Got decent damage. Took a bit of a hit there, but that's fine. Oh, one thing I don't like is the stupid stun system. It's like, he growled, and now I am stunned, and I have to wiggle the stick, of all things. Now, I don't think it affected me as much in the Bareth fight, but holy crap, in the Argonath fight... Oh, cool, I got the mount. But in the Argonath fight, I had a serious problem with getting stunned and getting out of it. They have you wiggle the left stick back and forth, as opposed to, like, mashing dodge, which personally I felt was a lot more intuitive. Like, oh crap, I'm stunned, I need to dodge and get out of here. I should, like, mash dodge. Instead, it's I wiggle the left stick, which isn't great, because, like, nothing else ever has you wiggle the left stick. So it's like I have zero muscle memory or anything for how to actually do that. Anyways, so one thing that's really cool about the weapons I picked, and I picked the perfect time to talk about it, is that both the switch axe and the longsword have primarily vertical movesets, which are the perfect weapons for tail cuts. I love how I started talking about that, and that's when I got the tail cut. And I didn't actually review this beforehand. I'm just doing it on the go. So I literally just got the video set up. And here's that stupid recovery thing again. But, so I just got lucky with that. Grant, it's only been a few days, so I'm probably, to some degree, subconsciously remembering... Oh, man, I suck at dodging that. But I'm probably subconsciously just remembering how all of this went. But anyways, there we go. This entire fight felt much, much better with the switch axe, as opposed to when I was fighting him with the charge blade. Missed. But when I was fighting him with the charge blade, I didn't understand how it worked, so I kept having it like overcharge or whatever on me, which was really, really problematic, since it meant I couldn't actually deal proper damage and I just kept bouncing off. With the charge, or not charge axe, but the switch axe, see, I keep taking that headbutt, but with the switch axe I actually understood the mechanics of it, so it felt a lot more natural fighting him. Now, towards the end of this fight, I had a little bit of trouble staying close to him so I could use sword mode effectively. And say I take the headbutt again. And here I switched because I wanted the mobility, and I got stunned. I really don't like that they rel things stun you. That was a weird sidestep attack. And I'm stunned again. Now, I really don't like that stun system. Because you're just at random and instantaneously, oh, I can't move. It's not based off any sort of like stamina or status effect or anything. It's just, nope, he did a certain move and you got hit by it or whatever. So I don't like the feel of it, but then to top it off, I also have the problem where I actually did hit him with that. But I also have the problem where I don't like how it works control-wise. So right there, I'm at, like, max range. Pfft. Got a pretty good head bounce there. Nice dodge. Got a good uppercut there, knocked him back. And I'm stunned again. Yeah, it's like overall I liked how the combat felt and all that. The only problems I had with it was how often the monsters just randomly run away, even when they clearly have an advantage, and then the stupid stun system. And I kill him just by poking him in the stomach there.
All right, you completed the quest. Congrats.
Now, if I remember right, this one has a really crappy victory picture. So collecting the meat does absolutely nothing in the beta. In the full version, this stuff is used to craft weapons, armor, accessories, I think pretty much everything in the game. So it'll be much more important in the full version. I also don't think the full version will be quite, like, timed or kick you out the same way. But we'll have to see. Yeah, that picture's actually not too bad. Got the killing blow there. That's right, it's the next one that sucks. Alright, fair enough. Anyways. Yeah, so I think this is around where... Yeah, this is where I cut the first episode, is right about here. So, anyways, in the next one, what we're going to do is get back in there, we will be fighting the Argonath, and then, I actually end up challenging Rathalos. So, you guys have that to look forward to. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this one up here, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Bye! I still waved. Bye.